Hey, today we're at the Mahoning Valley Old Car Club Cars in the Park 40th anniversary show.
40 years
40 years.
Well, not only being here at the park, they were at other places, but 40 years is a long time for car shows.
This is a really neat place to have a car show. Right
Well,
here in the
you
park.
know, it seems like it's going to be pretty hot out today. Thank God we're on the grass. But watching the cars coming in, nice cars coming in, obviously. So I think we're going to have a good day.
You got it. I hope so. And no rain. It's a little iffy around 4 or 5 o'clock-ish, but I don't think so. Hopefully we'll get it all in today.
We'll be done by then. I'm sure
yeah.
the car show will be done by then too. So we're going to make it. No rain.
No doubt about it. We're having fun out here with the Mahoning Valley Old Car Club. Hey, what do you think? Let's go inside, check it out.
Let's go.
With me I have Elmer Leidick, the president of the Mahoning Valley Old Car Club. What a beautiful day.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Not bad at all, Elmer. And you guys have been doing this for how many years now?
40 years.
40 years. How do you remember how it started?
Yeah, it started with a bunch of us at Idor Park.
Oh wow, that was a while.
And we decided we needed a club here in Youngstown, and they put an ad in the paper, and then we started. First actual car show was at Southern Park Mall.
Okay.
And then the next one was out at Austintown Middle School.
Boy,
And then we started from there, and then every year, and then we graduated out here. I forget what year it was. We've been here ever since.
Yeah, this is probably our third time we've done this show out here. And it's just such a nice setting. It's in the park, on the grass, even like a hot day today. I'm sweating. We just got here and I'm like roasting already.
It's warm, it's warm.
Hey, can't complain. At least
Well,
it's the rain.
it's not raining.
No, that's the main thing. It's just a nice day. Elmer, what do you guys have a charity you give your money to?
We give to a little child every year, and we pick it, and it's been working out real good for us.
Hey, Elmer, this is the Mahoning Valley Old Car Club. Say we want to get you some new members. How would they sign up? Or who would they talk to?
Just get a hold of any member,
okay,
and get signed in, and we accept. You don't have to have a car.
How many members do you have?
We're about 200 strong.
Oh, that's great. That's a good number. So, are you on the internet or anything?
We're on internet.
Under what?
MVOCC.
MVOCC. Okay. Okay. You on Facebook also?
On Facebook also.
Okay. So really, if they wanted to get in touch with you guys, just look on the internet.
Facebook.
Okay, or Facebook. Okay, and then they can call you, and that's it. You don't need a car.
Either that, or our club meetings are usually the first Saturday of every month. And we've been having them mostly at Austintown Senior Citizen Building in Austintown.
Okay, and also you have another show, don't you? Don't you have a cruise in every week?
We have a cruise in every week.
Okay, and that's where?
Austintown Senior Citizen.
Okay, so every what? Tuesday?
Every Tuesday night.
Okay, Elmer. Thank you very much, Elmer. What a great day today, and the 40th anniversary of the Mahoning Valley Old Car Club here in Boardman, Ohio. It's going to be a great day.
Hope.
I'm a car guy too. Believe it or not, I just don't go around and interview all these other guys. I've had a variety of cars. I've had like an older Camaro. I had a 71 LTD convertible, which was pretty nice. I had a Cougar, 69 Cougar convertible. That was a lot of fun. I shouldn't have got rid of that one. I sold to some guy in Warren around here somewhere. Now I'm sporting a 64 Thunderbird convertible. This baby is laid out. I call her the showgirl, okay? It's a beautiful car, and it has everything on it to keep it up to par. Engine-wise, it has all the chrome on it, a couple grand worth of chrome on it. The expansion tank, the engine air cleaner, it's got the ribbon on the front of it there, the apron on the front of it, everything's pretty much chrome, okay? And then we got the optional headlights on here, the spotlights, both sides, those are all options. Down the side, we have a strip that goes down, that was option too, trim strip. The tonneau cover, which really makes this car pop. It covers up, this is regularly a four-seater, okay, but you put the tonneau cover on it and it turns it into a two-seater. Makes it the sporty T-Bird. That was an option too, but they back in, was it 62, 63, they had the Roadster to come out stock with these. They only made a few of those, but they carried it on, some people carried it on into the 4, 5, and 6 Thunderbirds, 64, 64, 5, and 6 Thunderbirds. We also got the trunk rack here. The trunk rack is an option. The Continental kit. They call this the open face Continental kit, okay? Why it's open face? Because you can see the other rim in here, which I have 4 Kelsey Hayes spoke rims. These are real spoke rims on here, okay? Interior, the fender skirts also are added on. They're a factory option. Interior wise, it's pretty much stock in interior. No air in this one. Just got this baby running right too now, so I got all electrical gremlins taken out of it and everything, and floor mats are optional too. Everything's optional in this thing. What's really neat is the trunk, how the trunk comes up, the trunk will go back, and then the top will come out of the trunk, and it'll assemble on the front there, on the front windshield, and then the trunk top goes back down again, and which makes it really, really nice. So this is my 64 and a half, not a half, 64 Thunderbird by Ford. We got Harvey Simmons with us today from Columbiana in his 32 Chrysler CI convertible, which is nice. This is a beauty.
Thank you.
How long have you owned her?
Since about 1960.
Yeah, that's a long time. Where'd you find her at?
Up in the Lake District. Some fellow had it. He moved out of town. He sold it to me.
Wow, 1960. That's what, 58 years.
Somewhere along about that.
Yeah. That's older than life. My producer's not even that old over there.
We didn't start working on it then. It was a basket case almost.
Is it hard to find parts for this?
Yes.
Is it?
There aren't any. It was one of a kind.
All right, you got what, a 6-cylinder? Is that straight 6?
Straight 6.
How many horsepower?
I have no idea.
They didn't make them a lot back then. Probably under.
They did. They still make the engine. The engine is still put into Chrysler Cars.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And you got the mother-in-law's seat in the back there?
That's the mother-in-law's seat in the back, yeah.
I always wondered why they call it the mother-in-law's seat. Usually your mother-in-law's real old and everything. How the heck is she going to climb back in there?
Well, they made sure back then she got in there.
Yeah, you just push her in there, I guess. So you having fun with it?
Oh, yeah.
Have you been to the show before?
Yeah, I think I was born at this show.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm not.
No.
No.
You're a little bit old. I see you're a vet, Navy vet. I
Right.
understand. Where'd you serve at?
Out in the Pacific.
Okay. And what ship?
USS Amsterdam, CL 101.
CL. What's that?
Light cruiser.
Okay, light cruiser. I was on a couple cruisers myself. Light cruiser CL 4s. I was on 2 cruisers and an oiler. Over in the Mediterranean.
Oh, okay. Because I was on that, and then I got transferred to an AKA after the war ended.
Okay, sounds good. How long did you serve for?
1 year, 26 months. No, 1 year, too young. Oh, I don't remember anymore.
That was a while ago. Harvey, thank you very much for sharing your car with us, and thank you for serving in the military.
Thank you very much.
Okay, you got it. Here's one of our past guys we had on the show, Mike Stanko from, where are you from, Mike?
Poland, Ohio.
Poland, Ohio, with his Jaguar. This thing is so beautiful.
Thank
Have
you.
you done anything to it since we interviewed you last time?
Just keep it clean and polished.
Yeah,
That's about the biggest challenge I have right now, and I enjoy doing it.
Oh,
so.
really? This is a beauty. This thing belongs on the showroom floor. You know
Thank
that.
you. Thank
Have
you
you
very
had it to any AACA contests like for junior and seniors and stuff like that?
I've not, and I probably should get it there just for fun. I mean, I did a lot of the Pittsburgh Jaguar Concourse and a lot of the Jaguar events, and I placed nationally with it about 6 years ago. And after that, I was like, time to go have fun and not worry about.
But it's nice to have.
drive it.
It's nice to have the junior and the senior points for it and all that.
Yeah.
And the Grand National points, and then when you go to sell it someday, and maybe you never sell
Yeah.
it, but someday, and you'll go, oh, this is the Grand National winner back in 2020, and then they say, oh, okay.
Yeah.
With me, I have Dave Norris from Lowellville, Ohio, in his, 62
Yes, sir.
Chrysler Imperial.
Imperial.
This is a big, beautiful car.
Thank you. When I was a kid, my grandfather had one. And the only difference is his was a white leather interior, but the color and everything else is exactly the same. And I always wanted one because he had one. I just got this 2 months ago from Green Bay, Wisconsin. And we still got a couple of little things we got to do to get it to.
You're never done.
Oh, no, you're right. You're never done. You're absolutely right. You're never done. But this is my new project.
Right, sure. Look, you got power windows in this thing, power steering. What else? What other features?
A push button transmission, power antenna, 413 motor.
How many horse in that?
I don't have the foggiest idea.
Probably high 300s.
And I'm only going 35, 40 mile an hour. It don't matter. It could go 1,000. I don't.
About 30 miles to a gallon on this.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's like my T-Bird.
I'm still on my first tank of gas. I don't know. It doesn't go very many places.
Like my T-Bird, it's like 10 miles to a gallon. That's it,
Yeah.
I see the heat got to your steering wheel. It warped the steering wheel.
Yeah. That was a nice feature they had. That was. I used to sit in my grandfather's car and pretend I was driving all the time, and I just liked the car.
Right, it's a beauty. Dave.
Thank you.
What color is it? Blue. Just
Blue.
A special blue. No?
It's been repainted at least once.
Sure.
But yeah, that's.
Any history behind this car at all? How many owners? Or
I don't have the foggiest idea. All I know is we found the car on eBay. Then I found out it was on Craigslist. I looked at it on there. I never went to see the car.
That's dangerous.
I know that, and
I did it myself, and
it was very hectic for a while. Yes, I was a tad on the nervous side. You spend that kind of money on a car, but it was blue. It was like Grandpa's, and I'm sorry, but
you wanted it.
I had to tell. My wife and I decided that if you got to have it, you got to have it. So we got it.
Air conditioning?
No.
No air conditioning.
No.
I'm surprised.
No.
These were like the upper.
Yes, they were.
Yep.
Yep. It's got an air vent heater in the back for some reason, and I'll never use it, but I don't know what that's about.
Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Well, yeah. Actually, it came from British Columbia, I believe.
Oh, okay.
On the trunk lid there, they got a emblem there from British Columbia. So, yeah, it's I couldn't be happier. I had a '69 Hurst Olds at one time and had to sell that, and then this came along, and we just had to get right back into it.
It's a beauty, Dave.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Check out the fuel tank.
Oh,
Right
those are
there.
the fuel tanks.
That's the fuel tank. Yeah, yeah.
When I bought it, I really didn't know that this is a bench seat and a fold-down back seat.
I got rid of a 69 Camaro Z28 back in the day, and I could kick myself in the butt, but then I picked this up off my buddy.
Welcome to Tech Tips. Today we have a different angle on Tech Tips, and we got the artist, we'll call you auto artist, auto designer, Gary Campese from Cornersburg, Ohio. Welcome, Gary.
Thanks. Nice to be here.
Yeah, welcome. This is really neat. This is all going to be new to us. We've never really did an artist before. We did Guy Shively once, but he's a different type of artist, pinstriping and stuff like that. You design and make cars and draw cars. If someone wanted to become an auto designer, how would they become skilled in like sketching and stuff like that? Just the basics, just to get started.
Now it's wonderful because if you go on YouTube, there are so many great artists on there. The one person you'll learn the most from is a fellow named Scott Robertson. And if you check his tutorials out on there, he teaches you everything you know.
Robertson, yeah,
okay. Scott Robertson. And he teaches at the Art Center School of Design in California. And that's the premier school for vehicle design in this country. So you see what he does, and you can't go wrong.
There's some great designers out there. Like one of my favorites growing up was Bill Mitchell. He did the Corvette and everything.
Oh, yeah.
And
then he was inspired by aviation a lot.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people, as an artist, you always think that people can imagine things. And a lot of folks just can't. They, like people say, I can't draw a stick. They can't put together in their mind what all of this would look like in the end. And that has always been an easy thing for me. You could see it in my head, and then you just practice to put it down on paper. You can generally kind of see an end where other people don't.
I noticed you're a right-hander, but usually a lot of artists are lefties though, right?
Yeah. Drawing with your left hand is a bit of a hindrance in a way, because you're always going around paper. Your image is here and you're going around it, and it's tough. Right-handed people have somewhat of an advantage, I would say, but if you're left-handed, you'll work around that. That's fine.
What kind of car is a good starter to start drawing?
I would say probably cars from the 30s, 1920s and 1930s. A lot of those cars had very simple straight lines with a minimum amount of curves on them. So that, that's a basic form, like the cab on a 1929 Ford it's kind of a cube. As you get into cars from the 30s, 40s, 50s on up, they're much more fluid and aerodynamic. And to capture a likeness of those, you have to be very schooled and sensitive to where those lines fall and blend. So it's a little tougher doing those.
What made you become an auto designer? Should I call you an auto designer, an auto artist?
I guess because I've designed 14 automobiles that are getting in various stages of build now.
So you do design them and they do build them. We have pictures of those we could show, right?
I have some that I can show you. And the most recent one I did was an old International Harvester Metro van, the kind they used to deliver milk and bread in. And but we did where the milk and bread was is a supercharged Chrysler Hemi head engine.
Oh yeah, exactly.
And it's got 6 wheels in the back like a semi-tractor trailer.
It's being built or built.
Yeah, fellow wants to build it for SEMA next year.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's neat.
Yeah, if he can get it together, and he isn't already an established hot rod builder from Minnesota, and he's.
So how do they know about you? How do they get in touch with you?
I used to be on. Well, I'm still on there. It's a Jalopy Journal. It's a web page. It's a premier site for hot rods. They have a bulletin board called the HAMB, HAMB, and if you go there, you'll you'll see all kind of hot rod related stuff. The way that I've gotten my word out now is through social media. It's the Facebook.
Like Facebook and stuff.
Absolutely, Facebook.
I've been following you for the past couple of weeks since we met
you.
at the Super Nats there at the Canfield Fairgrounds. You got some really nice stuff
Oh,
on
thanks,
there. Yeah.
thanks. I appreciate that. It's fun for me to do, and
Sure.
like fun for people to see. I get all kind of comments.
Got Tim Moisio from up on the lake there, Kingsville, Ohio.
Yeah, right up there on the lake, not too far.
How you doing?
Real good today, real
Good,
good.
good.
Enjoying the show.
Did you drive this thing here today?
Yes, I did. Oh yeah, it's a cruiser.
Yeah.
It was made to drive.
Yeah,
It would drive.
Tell us about it.
Well, it's a 1942 fire truck cab
Okay.
sitting on a C30, 1977 C30 dually frame. It's got a Cummins 12 valve diesel engine out of a 1998 Bluebird bus.
That moves, huh?
Oh, it moves about 500 horse being put out by the build. Ziegler Diesel did the build. He's out of North Canton also. And yeah, she'll move right along.
That fit right in there, or did you do a lot of cutting?
No, Sean did a lot of cutting to get that fit in there. Matter of fact, you'll notice that you don't see a radiator. So what he had to do is mount the radiator back here up underneath down below the back deck here.
Okay.
And that's why you see all these little vents there.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah, once I put this oak bed on there, I had to get a little better cooling because, well, there's 4 10-inch fans blowing up there, but I needed to get a little more cooling, so I put those vents in there.
Works pretty good then.
Yeah, it runs around 180, 190 at the
That's
most.
normal, yeah. That's
Yep.
normal.
Check out the fuel tank.
Oh,
Right
those are
there.
the fuel tanks.
That's the fuel tank. Yeah.
Oh,
See, it
gee.
says see the gauge. It says full,
Uh-huh.
and down the bottom is push.
Oh my! So they all hooked up together.
They're all interconnected, and I got about 140-mile range out of them.
Okay. So you're talking how many gallons in each one?
I don't know, about 3 gallons. I probably got a total of 12, 13 gallons.
So how do you fill it up?
Well, I take off the two tops on the other side over there. I'll pull those tops off and slowly fill it, and it evens up.
Oh, okay.
It evens up.
Oh, okay.
So about every 100 miles, I got to be looking for a diesel fuel up.
That's great.
Oxygen tank, I added that. That supplies air to the air horns, for the air horns. Because on the engine, there's a engine-mounted compressor. So that compressor back used to feed the air brakes on the Bluebird bus. Well, it feeds the tank back here for air, which I use for the airbags. It's on the air ride system, and I use it then for the air horns too.
Wow, this is neat. And you got the hose nozzles here.
Yeah, you know, I come across 4 of them, and you know what I'm thinking? What am I going to do? You know, so, you know, talking to my brother-in-law and everything, and we come up with little ideas. So you sit down and do a little welding and fabricating, and next you know you got mud flaps.
That is so.
And then I had these laser cut, the Maltese crosses, fireman crosses, and they'll get a little more detail this winter. I'll paint them up a little bit better.
Not done with her yet, huh?
Yeah. exit signs, functional. You know,
That's your turn signal.
Turn signal. It works as a turn signal, brake light, running light. Oh yeah, it's functional.
Yeah.
Functional.
This is great.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is great.
Yeah.
What size wheels you got on here?
Those are 22-inch,
Okay, front and back.
front and back. And what he did was he takes a 22.5 and they mill them down. So it'll take a 22-inch car tire.
Oh, okay.
So it's regular semi wheels, but they're milled down, and then you can put a car tire on there.
Oh, isn't that neat? Did we talk about the undercarriage here?
The undercarriage, like I say, is a Chevy C30, 1977. You can see where he Z'd the frame. And
What do you mean? Oh, I see. I see what you mean.
Yeah, he Z'd the frame to get the stance.
Okay.
The stance, and then he added adapters for the front to extend it out to give that wide look. But when he did that, he also, now what are you going to do with the fenders? So look at the detail in these fenders. Yeah. About 50 hours in these fenders. This is TIG rod, and he takes and he took it and he cut it all up, and then he sat there and he tack welded every one of those to make it look like stitching.
Yeah.
You know,
Isn't
and he's
that
got
neat?
about 50 hours in that.
That is neat. There's
Yeah.
so much uniqueness in this thing. My gosh.
Yeah. Sprinkler heads.
Yeah, I love it. I was going to bring that up. Look, you got to check these sprinkler heads out for your windshield washers.
I was at a flea market, you know, and I'm thinking, oh, 2 for $5. I know exactly where they're going to go. So that's what's fun about these rat rods is they're never done.
Right.
They're never done. I got some other ideas, and I get a lot of ideas from people just coming up and say, hey, you ought to have this. I talked to a lady here a couple weeks ago. She goes, hey, you know what you need? A Dalmatian.
A Dalmatian.
I said, well, I ain't gonna carry a regular dog. She goes, no, get a stuffed animal.
Okay.
So, yep, guess what? I got me ordered one, and it'll be sitting in my seat for the Dalmatian.
That's
Yeah.
cool. That's cool. Plus, you got the exhaust coming out the hood there.
Yeah, I had to raise the exhaust a little bit just so it didn't come into the cab.
Yeah, I see you got
And
air
it's-
conditioning on this too, huh?
Oh, that flip-up window?
Works good?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes,
The
sir.
best. Now, when it gets towards evening and you're going up the freeway, you know, bugs come in. And I've been slapped a few times with a bug.
Wear a motorcycle helmet or something.
Yeah. Got to wear a face shield.
This is neat. Look at the axe on the front for the front bumper.
Yeah, there again. Have the axe. Have chain laying around. So
Oh,
for
my,
a couple days, I sit there and I just start welding. And
You guys. A lot of people don't like stuff like this, but you gotta appreciate it. You guys are so creative when you do this. You know.
it's not for everyone,
Right.
but yeah, it's.
just-
I wanted something different.
It's
I wanted
definitely
something
different. It's
Wanted
definitely
something
different.
yeah.
Got Bob Dito with us today with the '68 Camaro RS.
RS.
Very nice. This was the best of show modified last year here at the Cars in the Park in Boardman.
Yeah.
I can see
And
why.
There was a lot of nice cars here last year, but they kind of really liked this one.
Great.
And they thought it was a trailer queen because I detail it so nice, you know.
Yes, you do. Yes,
I
you
said,
do.
no, I drive it, you know. So I was honored they picked it, you know.
Hey, if you remember, Bob, from a number of years ago, a couple years ago at the fireplace, right?
At the fireplace, yeah. Me and my boy, we built a '69 Chevelle Super Sport when he was in high school, and we seen you guys up there 3 or 4 years ago or so. And
We're going to be
yeah.
back at the fireplace here.
Yeah.
In,
Oh,
in
yeah.
September
That's a
there.
nice show up there.
It's very nice, very
Yeah.
nice. They have a special thing going on and everything for that. So
Yeah.
we'll be back.
Yeah.
Tell us about your car here, Bob.
Well, I purchased this. It was all primered up. It didn't have a motor or transmission. I purchased this down in Columbus. It come from Tucson, and I couldn't really believe how solid it was. It was built. This car was built in Ohio and got shipped out west, and everything was like rust free.
Wow, that's
So,
unusual for these. Huh?
Yeah, so my boy had this motor sitting in the garage, so I told him, I said, well, I'm gonna look around for a car. We'll get this 454 in one of these cars. So I bring this home, and we end up tearing the motor down and making it a roller motor. And
What's a roller motor?
Well, it has a roller cam in it, and roller lifters and roller rockers on it. It's more like the newer cars. All the newer cars have rollers. You know, everything's roller.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with that. I'm into like the looks and all that. Engine-wise, you know, I don't know much about it. That's why I got you there.
And then this car here, the heads on this are 427 L88 heads on this car, which that come in like a 68 and 69 Corvette. You know.
So you got a couple bucks in the engine then, huh?
A few,
We
yeah.
won't say nothing. The wife's standing over there. We won't tell her
I
how
sure
much,
want a new refrigerator or something.
Oh, watch out. I know how that works.
So, yeah, so when I got it, they were starting to put it together, but it was all primered up. And the guy gave me 2 hoods, 2 trunk lids, 4 fenders, a couple doors, you know, so. But the interior was done out there in Tucson. So the front seats and the back seat. And when I bought it, I really didn't know that this is a bench seat and a fold-down back seat. And I said, what's up with that, you know? And they said, well, Camaros and Mustangs, you know, don't come with bench seats. The 90% of them are bucket seats. So I didn't even realize that when I bought it.
So this is considered, I never heard of that before.
Yeah, and so that's one of the unique features about it. And then it had that back seat folds down.
Okay.
So when it folds down, there's not much more room, but only thing I can think of is if you wanted to go fishing, you know, you could stick your fishing pole through there or something.
Go to a lumber yard or something, put some lumber in there.
Yeah, put a 2x4, I don't know, you know, but it's pretty neat, you know.
That's a pretty common feature anymore, back seats to fold
Yeah,
down in
right.
newer cars. But
Yeah, and I never heard of that back when, you know. So
this is the RS. The RS is a little bit.
this is the Rally Sport, which the Rally Sport comes with hideaway headlights, and it has a little bit more modern, upgrade interior. And it comes with this thicker piece of chrome here, and then it comes with the chrome on the rocker
A
panel.
little fancier, huh?
Yeah, a little fancier there.
And it's a super sport too, right?
Well, no, this is not. It's just a Rally Sport.
Oh, it's just a rally sport. These come in super sports too, right?
Yeah, and then you can get an SS, a Super Sport Rally Sport. So you have the SS and you get the big motor, and then you get the Rally Sport with it, and you get the hideaway headlights and the upgrade interior.
Okay, Bob, thanks a lot. This is the Best of Show modified for the Cars in the Park 2017.
2017.
And they got you right up front here.
All right, yeah.
That's it. It should be.
Yeah, and they gave me a couple free sandwiches and a free drink, too.
Oh, can't beat that. Can't beat that. Remember this mug from Street Scene Car and Bike Show over in Boardman there? How's it going, Frank?
Pretty good, pretty good.
Frank Tombo, he's got another car. And what do you got here, Frank?
Today I brought a 65 Dodge Coronet. It's a 383 motor. Everything's stock in the car for the most part, outside of some trim. I just wanted one just plain, just a nice driver car. I bought this one out of Michigan. It had 39,900 miles on it when I bought it, yeah. And I did a complete tear down, full frame restoration.
Looks good. So the Ram Charger was what, 65 too?
63.
63, okay.
Then I got a 73 Duster too. That's the one that sits with a cover on it all the time. That's a race fuel motor, and pretty expensive to drive.
I'm sure this one has a cover on it all the time too, in the Ram Charger, yeah. All right, Frank, we just wanted to get this car on a little bit here. This is another beauty, huh?
I like this one maybe the best out of the three. It's plain.
It's a driver. It's a driver, right?
Yeah.
You have more fun with these.
Yeah, you do. And this one, undercarriage is paint to match. I mean, this is a full restoration. I mean, every nut and bolt's been out. And you can see all the different stainless. Everything's been changed over to stainless on it. But it's a fun car.
I'm going to give it the white glove test, and I think it'll pass.
Go ahead.
I'll tell you.
Go ahead.
It's so
It will.
clean under there. Everything's so clean. With me, I have Mike Kalem. Mike is one of the trustees of the Mahoning Valley Old Car Club here in Boardman. And how's it going?
Good. It's a hot day, but it's a beautiful day. No rain. I know, we're all sweating out here. But it's a great day. I had a good turnout so far. Yes.
Very good turnout. The weather's...
it's all for a good cause.
Yes, it is. What is the cause anyway?
We have a little girl named Nora. First name's Nora. And she's a little girl. And right now, I know she's going through, what do they call that, stem cell transplants.
She's at stage 4. Too.
Yeah, and she's got some serious things going on. She's only like 4 years old.
Oh, yikes.
Yeah, so we're raising money for her today.
That makes you cry.
It does, but that's what we're here for. We're all here to do that. Seriously, that's what we're here for. So.
Yes, Mike is one of the head judges here. The head judge.
I'm the head judge.
Judge. So, Mike, when you're judging a car, what do you look for?
Basically, at a show like this, we're looking for 3 things, right?
Okay.
We're looking for cleanliness, number 1.
Okay, of course.
Seriously, I mean, you'd be surprised how many people have dirty components and the parts are dirty. The second thing we're looking for is condition.
Okay.
So we'll look at any component of the vehicle, we're looking at the condition of that component. And third is that we're being really, really consistent. So we call it the 3 C's.
Okay.
Cleanliness, condition, and be consistent.
Yeah, you know, with the cleanliness one, I'm surprised sometimes you'll have a beautiful car, and then they open the hood up, and the hood,
it's never been touched.
A couple hours, and it would be nice.
Exactly.
You know?
We see that a lot here. And the other thing is, too, that separates kind of the men from the boys or women from the girls is the underneath of the car.
Yes.
You'd be surprised how many people don't detail underneath or whatever. And they drive it, I understand that, but we look at underneath the car, we look at the engine bay, we look at the whole car.
Not only do you judge here, but you judge all over the place. You're with the AACA, like
right.
the national headquarters and everything, right?
Right. I actually am a master judge. This fall I'll become a senior master judge, for whatever that's worth. But I judge 12 to 14 shows a year.
Wow,
so
wow.
That's kind of, I'm kind of in the middle of the season, right about that time now.
So how do you judge your judging, we'll say? Well, like you're at a show like this, okay?
Right.
And you see these cars, and they're not like when you're getting a junior or a senior or something like that. So you just gotta basically go over them and not be too picky.
No, we're not really judging. You know, is every nut and bolt correct here? It's more of we used to call it in the old days clean car category, right? So for instance, you know, is it clean? You know, is there any dirt on the battery? We're looking down here for rust, just the condition of the components, the headers, the valve covers. You know, again, if we see anything, you know, sometimes if you see a lot of like little rust spots or whatever, you know, that could go against you. We do move kind of quickly when we judge. There's usually a lot of cars, so you can only spend maybe 4 or 5 minutes on a car. Personally, we don't have a big enough team here. I like team judging.
Right.
So you'd have a team. One guy does engines, one person does the interior, one person does exterior, one person does chassis. That's awesome. You just go real quick.
Sure.
Everybody's a specialist on one thing, but this is actually in really nice shape. I mean, at a show like this would be a nice car. Cleaning it, elbow grease, and studying are 2 of the biggest components, I think, when you first get a car like that.
With me, we have Elliot Cruz with a 67 Buick Riviera Sport Coupe.
Yes.
Sport Coupe, 430 engine in this baby. This thing is so nice.
Thank you.
Elliot took home the trophy at the Street Scene Car and Bike Show, Best of Show.
Yes.
This thing just popped. I'll tell you, we were walking around looking for one. We said, whoa, that's it, man. So, tell us about it.
Well, I've had it since 1972, and it has 88,222 original miles. Transmission original. The engine's original. Just got to paint it and redone. But as far as the mechanics of it, everything's original.
This is a cruiser boy, huh?
Oh yeah, it rides real good down the road, nice and smooth. And I got rid of a '69 Camaro Z28 back in the day, and I could kick myself in the butt. But then I picked this up off my buddy for about $1,300 back in the day, because he needed some money. So, and then
what have you done to it?
In 2013, I used to drive it every day before, and then in 2013 I decided to get it redone paint-wise, clean up the engine, put front disc brakes in the front.
That's always a nice feature to have.
Oh yes, for stopping. Redid the whole interior, new vinyl top, new paint job.
Is this stock color?
Yes, pewter.
It's popped.
This one has a little bit more metallic in it,
but
it's the same.
It pops. It looks good.
Yep.
It looks really nice.
But Dave Pinchero over there on the north side, he's the one that painted Automotive Dynamics. He did a terrific job.
Yeah.
He had it like almost 2 years in the shop.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, but I said, take your time, do it whenever in between. Yep. And we took everything off. The fenders came off, the doors came off, the trunk lid, the top, everything came off.
You did it right.
Did it right. Yep.
Did it right.
The only thing we didn't take it was off the frame, but he said I didn't have to.
Any special features on here?
No, just everything's
It's just going to come with hubcaps too, right? And everything.
Those original wheels, with the, and that's about it. Everything else is good.
This model, this is the '67 Riviera. How long was this model made for?
How many years?
Yeah. Is this because they had the boat tail right after?
Yeah,
this, right?
that was in I think 71.
71.
Okay. I'm pretty sure.
2, I think,
71,
like
72. Yes. Yep. But
which is similar.
Yeah.
But the back end.
Yeah, the back end's the same, but the bolt tie, just came into like a point. But other than that, that's all I've done to it.
That's all. You did everything.
Yeah. I want to. I'm trying to get a high performance engine in it, but a lot of guys tell me just leave it alone.
No, leave it
the way it is. Yes.
You just got it. You got it nice.
Yeah. So and it runs good.
It's hot out.
It's very hot out there. I forgot to bring a towel today. Luckily, I had my microfiber rag with me all day today. Man, I was just setting up here this morning. I was sweating my butt off.
Did you put any wax on that for your forehead?
Oh yeah, there's always wax on it, So.
Boy, I tell you, nice turnout today. We had some obviously different cars on the show, so hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, this is the 40th anniversary of the Mahoning Valley Old Car Club.
And it's a 10th anniversary for Street Scene.
Oh, yes. Oh, we can't
10 years.
forget that. Do you believe that?
No, I can't. And we're still going strong. I mean, it's still fun. We still get new cars. After 10 years, you'd think we'd get to see, all of them. We've probably seen them all, but we haven't featured them all yet.
Right.
Maybe we should make a goal to feature every car in the Mahoning Valley, and then we'll end the show and be done with it.
But every year more are
Yeah.
coming in. People are pulling them out, fixing them up, from being painted and fixed up and everything.
It's a revolving door for this. I mean, you obviously see a lot of the same cars, but every year there's a new one popping up,
Right.
and quite a few.
Some beauties too.
And if you want to check out more of the episodes, go on our YouTube page, Armstrong One Wire. Just look up Armstrong Street Scene on YouTube, and there's 50 shows. We have a ton in the archives. And if you're watching this in 2018, Christmas time, we're going to run a marathon.
Good. We're not going to run the first 5 seasons, are we?
Well, maybe the last season.
Yeah. Oh boy, that was rough.
You need to color your hair now.
Oh yeah, again. Again. Hey, thanks to the Mahoning Valley Old Car Club, we're back here again. This is probably our 3rd time back now, and this is for our 40th anniversary. And
we love this show, and it's in a great setting. Boardman Park's awesome, the Green Oasis. So if you get a chance and you want to come out to Boardman Park, they've always got something going on.
It's always the first Sunday of August. I almost forgot what time of year it was.
Yeah, it all runs together after a while. We've done so many shows, but for Armstrong Street Scene, I'm Greg Roten for Rick Guerrera.
Hey,
we'll see you down the road.